So, the first meditation that we're going to do is designed to help us quieten our minds, to feel more peaceful, and to also practice letting go of thinking. We have thousands and thousands of thoughts every day. Some of them we hold on to, some of them we don't. But the ones that we tend to dwell on are ones that don't make us happy, but causes stress and anxiety. Usually these thoughts are about what happened yesterday or that morning or 5 years ago, or also about future projection of what's going to happen in our future. Now, both of these things are pretty much pointless. Yes, we can learn from mistakes from the past, and that's a great thing. And in terms of future projection, no one has ever imagined truly the future that they then later experience in the present, because the present is all we have. During the meditation, what we're going to do is sit quietly, relax our bodies, and then just follow our natural breath. Not control our breath, but just follow your natural breath as you're breathing right now. Now, the reason why we do this is because we've been largely conditioned, particularly in Western society, to believe that our mind is everything. Where if you actually stop and look at it, the most important functions of our body, such as our heart beating and pumping the blood through our body, our lungs breathing, or even our hair growing, or the 50 trillion cells that coordinate to make your being, are not directly controlled by our mind and thinking. The resonance of the heart in terms of magnetic field is much stronger than the mind. The heart sends far, far more signals to your body. Yes, your mind is important, and your mind has a job, and that's to think and to remember things so that we don't have to relearn everything every day. It's also part of your mind's job to protect you, so you don't put your hand in the fire more than once if you're smart. If you learn. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sit quietly, and we're not going to do it for a huge amount of time, like 5 or 6 minutes. And we're just going to follow our national breath. And as our thoughts arise, which they will inside 1 or 2 seconds, because that is your job's mind to think, we're just going to return back to breath. Okay? So we're going to sit, relax the body, and return back to breath. And every 20 or 30 seconds, I'll just give us a little reminder so that we come back to breath and not get lost in our thoughts too much. Just getting my phone here for a timer. Bear with me. So, find a comfortable seat. Preferably don't lie down because you probably go to sleep. And just sit comfortably and relax. And gently just close your eyes and come into your body. Now bring your awareness to your natural breathing. Don't control your breath, but just let it flow in and out in its natural rhythm. Meditation means a single point of focus, and we're going to put that single point of focus just on following our breath. In and out, here and now. And as we feel our thoughts arising, we start thinking we see that thought and return back to breath. In and out. Here and now. Again, if your thoughts are arising, just gently let them go. You can put them aside for later. They'll be there. And just return to your breath. In and out. Here and now. Coming back to breath. In and out. Here and now. In and out, following our breath. Back to breath. Just gently releasing the thoughts and coming back to our breath. Back to breath, here and now, in and out. Okay. Now very gently, we can slowly open our eyes and just sit for a moment and feel the effect of thinking less for the last 5 minutes. Peaceful, hey? Simple and peaceful. But what you're going to find is that it's not easy because your mind doesn't want you to become its boss, right? It's been running the show for a long time and it's going to do and play a lot of tricks to stop you from practicing this meditation practice. And it is a practice because you have to practice. No 2 hours on top of a mountain and chanting with incense and blah, blah, blah. No. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day, sitting and peacefully and gently letting go of thought and coming back to breath. Now, why? Because as we discussed earlier, the majority of your thoughts are not relevant They just make you unhappy. And when you practice letting go of thoughts, later, when you are feeling stressed or you are feeling anxious, it'll be much easier for you to let those thoughts go. One great tip is that during times of stress and anxiety, you need to ask yourself the question, what is it that I need right now? Now, the most likely answer is going to be you either need some sleep or you need food. And the actual things that you're worrying about, maybe a conversation or something that had happened with a friend at work, that day or another day, or you're worried about the future, stressed whether you're going to have somewhere to live where you're old, or even an event or exam or anything that's coming up in the future, something to do with work or friendship or social, or even just, questioning your own self-worth. None of this is actually relevant in your present moment. And as we only have the present moment, there's nothing really to be afraid of, because 99% of the time, the things that you're worrying about don't work out that way. And if you actually stay present in the moment and give it your full presence and focus, your life is going to be a lot easier because you'll do better. It's that simple. People are so worried about going out and trying to fix the world when they don't actually really have a real understanding of who they actually are. Yeah? It's a lot easier to understand the world when you understand yourself.